Wild video shows chaos erupting at a kids' dance competition in DeKalb County when fists started flying. Manhunt underway tonight after a 78-year-old woman is sexually assaulted inside her own home. Detroit police say this video gives them their best chance at getting him behind bars.
In the last half hour, the DA's office announced they have refiled those third-degree murder charges against Webb. They say a judge will hear that refile motion.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about current events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on PGT Time. PGT Time. Tune in on PGT Time. PGT Time. Come join us on PGT Time. PGT Time. Join us on PGT Time. PGT Time. Yeah.
It's the Peachy Talks edition. It's your girl. I thought you was gonna hit the plot. That threw me completely off. I'm the missus. The missus with the kisses. I can't stand Poolie. Yeah, Poolie is always in control of the sounds, the way we have things set up. So, unfortunately, you won't probably get some good sounds. Gonna get him playing around and stuff. Yeah. And stuff. Welcome to Peachy Talks, everybody. Peachy Tea Time, and it is Peachy Talks edition. Hey, baby, what you got to say? Jason, that ain't funny.
What up, though?
That ain't funny. What up, though, bro? What up,
though?
Now, tell them who you are so I can tell them what I got to say. Because I put up a post. I'm going to go ahead and say it before everybody get in here. But go ahead, baby. What you got to say?
What up, though?
You are?
I am. Who is the barber?
Yeah, I'm working on him, okay? We working.
She trying.
I'm trying. He doing a lot better. Doing more talking and everything. Laughing. All that. I'm so proud of him. But anyways, about my post that I wrote. I said that I felt like, why is you looking at me like that? Did you read my post on Facebook?
No.
He never do. Anyway, I put on Facebook that I felt like somebody was taking advantage of me. That's what I put on Facebook, baby. That I felt like somebody was taking advantage of me. And I said, I'm going to put it out there tonight. I'm going to put their name out there and everything because at this point, I do not care.
Sheesh.
You know how I do it, don't you? You know how on Chris Brown, what's the name of that song? Put you right to sleep, put you to sleep. Then he shouted out, Karuchi. He said, Kristen, he said, you know how I say it. Karuchi. That's how I feel tonight. You know how I say it. Poolie. I said it. That was my applaud. That was his laugh. Yes, y'all. I feel like Poolie, my husband, is taking advantage of me. Oh, we want to make sure that we keep it that it's funny. It's a joke. I think Poolie is taking advantage of me, y'all. Now, want me to tell y'all why? Even if you don't want me to tell you why, I'm going to tell you why anyways. Baby, do you want to tell them why? Do you have any idea? Yes, you do.
No.
Yes, you do.
I have no idea.
The lies you tell. You know. Baby, what have I been complaining about all this week?
What?
Let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the beginning. Let's take it back.
Out.
Let's take it back to Father's Day. Let's take it back. Look how he's smiling. Let's take it back to Father's Day. You know, we are a married couple. It is love and relationships night. We have and still crime. You know, we still got to get our crime in. We have a special guest, Kristen, BUILDABRAND, Williams. Look at her put that arm around big baby. Do it, do it, do it. Then I know that's right. What the hell? Say? I'm gonna tell you. That's what he called me. He called me Bae. He called me Bae. Then sometimes he called me Tennille. He never called me the missus. But anyways, don't do it like that. So last Sunday wasn't a good Sunday, even though it was Father's Day. It was a good Sunday. It turned out to be a good Sunday. I'll say that. And the reason why it wasn't was because, and I'm gonna make this story very short. Poolie wanted to ride the motorcycle out to my mama's house for Father's Day. The kids out to my mama's house. I wanted Poolie to ride with me in the car because, you know, I'm not riding on no motorcycle. I don't give a damn. Explicit language, and also allegedly. But what I'm saying right now ain't allegedly at all. Okay? So sometimes me and Poolie have to be transparent. We have to share with y'all, you know, some of the things that we go through.
Oh,
Yes, we do.
you do.
It took me a long time to get to this point. Trust me.
Okay.
Believe it.
Go ahead.
So, and I want Kristen's opinion on this too when she come up. So I wanted Poolie to ride with me in my car out to my mom's. Poolie wanted to ride the motorcycle. I got pissed off. I said, I'm finna go. And I left to go out to my mom's. But I had to make a couple stops first in my neighborhood. So, Poolie text. I didn't respond back. But he texted and asked me, was I going to come back and get him? No. But this is a very important key. When I was leaving out the house, Poolie said, wait for me. I'll ride with you. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I said no.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Out of anger. I did. So he asked me was I coming back to get him by text message. I didn't answer. Then I ended up calling him when I left out of the store. And I told him no, I didn't plan on coming back to get him at the time. Then we got into an argument over because all Poolie wants to do is just ride his bicycle. I'm sorry, his motorcycle. Because he don't ride it all the time far. Okay? But he rides it every day. But just not far. So, after that, I end up going ahead out to my mom's and whatnot. I told him I was going to come back and get him, but I changed my mind because we was arguing over it. So I left, went out to my mom's. He came out to my mom's. I apologized to him because I want him to have a very, very good, happy Father's Day, okay? So I apologized. I told him I appreciate him. I love him so much. He's the best father in the world next to my dad, and I just love him, okay? So that was it of it. And in the midst of Poolie being upset, Poolie said, I'm going to sell my motorcycle. I said, no, I don't want you to sell your motorcycle. Don't sell it. But he said, I'm going to sell it. Get back home from my mama's house after he done drove all the way to my mom's, drove all the way back in the motorcycle. The motorcycle wouldn't start no more. And I'm going to stop right there. And I'm going to tell y'all the rest during the show. Okay? In the middle of the show, I'll come back to it. So, let's bring up Kristen BUILDABRAND. And she also got a little special little one with her. The smallest guest we've ever had on Peachy Tea Time, baby. Peachy Talks Edition. Here she is. Ouch. Dang.
Hey,
Girl,
guys.
you don't want me to touch the machine. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, baby Janae.
Hi, baby Janae. Oh, she looks so adorable, making her first debut, baby. Hey, boo.
Hey.
She looks so adorable. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations are definitely in order. How do you feel, mommy?
Well, first, don't judge me because y'all know normally, like, I be put together for this, that mom look. You know what I'm saying? I had started all over.
Girl, you are fine. You are so fine. How old is the baby?
She is 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Oh, baby, 2 weeks. Oh, that is so wonderful.
I feel
Happy
good.
2 weeks, baby.
Say thank you, Janae.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Like I was nervous about starting all over again, but with the help and the support, it has been wonderful. Wonderful. It has been
Oh,
so amazing. So I'm happy and I'm happy to have her.
wonderful, wonderful. Now, this is your third child, right?
Yes.
This is your third.
Biologically, yes.
And how old is your other two?
14 and 13.
Oh, shoot. Oh, now this y'all, this is an example of starting over. Okay. Now, if you have a 2-year-old, 1-year old, and 3-year-old, and then you wait and have a baby when those kids are
16.
no, no, when those kids are 7 and whatever the other young age will be, that's not starting over. What Kristen has done, she started over,
Yes.
and you have all girls.
Yes.
You are a girl mom.
Yes. And
Mm.
this is the end of the line. She'll be the first child me and my husband have had together.
Okay, awesome. Let us applaud
So
that. Yes.
this
I know. How does that make you feel?
it feels good. It feels good because we've been together for 9 years, and this is like the first time we've ever had a child together. So it was funny because when we met, it was like, okay, he got 2 girls, I got 2 girls. We was like, we good on children. Let's just live our best life. But then this little bundle of joy came and just
Oh,
changed everything.
and she ended
And
up being a girl.
yes, we were really hoping for a boy to kind of break the all girl cycle,
Yeah,
but God was
but
like,
that's okay.
I'm gonna throw a girl up in there.
I know that's right. And you know what? She's still gonna get treated the same if she was a
Yeah,
boy.
she gets
Just
lots of
love.
love.
Yes.
Everything the girls come down, they play with her. They adore her so much. She's really loved by everyone.
Oh, that's so sweet. And what's her name?
Janae,
Janae.
Janae?
Janae Alani Thomas.
Janae Alani Thomas. That is beautiful.
Thank
Girl,
you.
when I met Kristen is part of the Hits 92.3 family. Yes. And you see she got her Peachy Kisses shirt on. I
Yes.
did not just mail that to her yesterday. Kristen has been a fan of Peachy Tea Time, literally ever since the day I met her. Literally.
Yeah.
And as far as in person. And I've just been so thankful for her. Kristen has a pop-up shop that she is known for here in Atlanta. Of the Cascade pop-up shop, that is.
Yes.
All right, now tell the people out there a little bit about that.
Okay. Let me. I'm gonna close the door because they using the microwave.
Okay. Now, as y'all can see, Kristen, or as y'all can hear, Kristen is from New Orleans. That's where she originally is from.
Yes.
Now, yes,
So
tell us.
I have Cascade Pop-Up Shop, which is a fun family friendly event every Saturday from 11 to 5 that small business owners can come out and showcase their business in an open parking lot with clean music. We have kid vendors that come out. It's definitely a community staple over there. And we have one of the highest traffic events in Atlanta as far as pop-up shop goes. It has been
Wow.
voted first magazine as the event of Atlanta.
Hmm. Congratulations.
Thank you. And we're just trying to keep it going.
And how many magazines again you've been in?
10.
Wow, 10. That is awesome, Kristen. That is awesome. Now, I remember you told me that you sell eyelashes, that you make them yourself.
Yeah.
Now, how did that begin?
With me doing lashes, I
Yeah.
just felt it was because I felt like I didn't want to wear like the same thing everyone else, the same type of stuff everyone was wearing. I felt like the hair store was selling like the same type of brand. I wanted to be different.
All right. Now, have you always been participating in pop-up shops, or you started some other type of way?
I started doing pop-up shops with my first one 3 years ago. It was called Eyelash for Me Too pop-up shop. It was just a pop-up shop for me to get my lashes out. And
Okay.
then other business owners was like, hey, I didn't even know what a pop-up shop was. I just was like trying to get it out. And it was a party, it's supposed to be a party. And then other people was like, hey, can we join or can we sign up? And I was like, well, just, I guess just come and set up their stuff. And it went really well. It was an indoor pop-up shop. And then we decided to start doing them more often.
Wow.
Outside.
Well, that is awesome. That is so awesome. Well, we are going to go ahead and get started for tonight. We will come back and ask you some more questions periodically, but we gotta get into our fair uses before we get started, and then we're gonna get straight into our first video. Here we go.
Warning. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
A manhunt underway tonight after a 78-year-old woman is sexually assaulted inside her own home. Detroit police say this video gives them their best chance at getting him behind bars. Chief James White says his department is going to be working tirelessly to get that man off the street.
This happened earlier this week on Logan Street on the east side. It's not far from the intersection of Cashew and Chandler Park Drive. Let's bring in Sean Lay, who has new information tonight on who police are looking for. Sean.
And Jason, police tonight working with that very clear video and photos we just showed you. We'll show you more of that to give you a closer look. They're also getting help from the public who are outraged, of course, by this horrible act, who want to see this guy off the streets tonight. Fear and outrage in this neighborhood on Detroit's east side.
Horrible in my neighborhood right here. It's been barely secure.
That's where Detroit police went door to door here Monday in the 5800 block of Lodwick near Chandler Park in Moross, on the hunt for a predator. Investigators coming to Susan Davis's door.
Any information from anybody that might have seen something or heard something.
Here's why. Vibrant doorbell video, 10:40 this past Monday morning of this man in red sweatpants working to break into a home. Once inside, the 78-year-old homeowner confronting the man. Police say the man then sexually assaulted her. A horrifying, unacceptable act against a senior.
We will not tolerate it. The community is not going to tolerate it. This police department is not going to tolerate it. We are going to be stronger together with our community, and we're going to do everything together to get this perpetrator off the street.
More video of when the attacker ran away. He's wearing this all red tracksuit, a red ball cap. His pants look inside out. Detroit police imploring people to help identify him, and people are more than willing to help.
We've been inundated with calls about who people think this person is. All we ask is that the calls continue to come in.
But while he remains out on the streets, Susan Davis has her home locked up.
So you're already doing that?
Oh, yeah, we always do. We always have been. Absolutely. Yeah, I know where I live.
Back here live, police telling me with the right tips that they're keep getting tonight, they hope to have this guy off the streets tonight. I asked the chief, if this man is going to attack a 78-year-old in that way, has he done this before? The chief tells me that's a major concern and a reason why they want to get him off the streets tonight.
Well. What you clapping for? Because they're trying to get him off the streets tonight, right?
Because we're back.
Oh, I hope that's what it was. Don't clap for that bastard. Yeah, he's so nasty.
Yeah.
Now, at first, Kristen and Pooley, I was like, oh, I need to put your name up. At first, I was like, how they know that he sexually did something to her? And when they said, look at his clothes, and they did that close up, inside out. Now, when he went in, you didn't even see the jacket at first. You did not see the jacket. He just had on a white tee with them pants on. But when he came out, he was all fitted down. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something ain't right, y'all.
He came back or something.
Yeah, and then broke in. That's what you thinking?
Yeah.
What he was over there for? You think that was his sugar mama? And she didn't want to pay her?
That's just nasty.
That's just nasty. Exactly. I agree with you 100%. Just nasty.
What you say? Janae said she want to say something. Janae, what you say?
What you trying to say, Janae?
Janae say, oh, hell no.
She know what it is. She know exactly what it is. Hey, Rhonda. We got Rhonda in the building tonight, baby. We got so many people out here. Thank you all for joining tonight on YouTube, Facebook, and Facebook. Because, you know, I got 2 Facebook pages. Two. Now, I hope they catch him. And one thing I will say is a lot of people is starting to watch YouTube, not just watch PGT Time, but just watch all these commentators out here that is basically saying the same thing. If you know something, say something.
Right.
And a lot of people are starting to say something now because they sick of this shit. They is sick of it. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. They sick of it, and I'm sick of it too. You know, I've had enough. I've had enough. And this has to stop. A 78-year-old, what is that woman going to do for you? What? I wonder how old he was. I can't wait till they catch him. Y'all know I'm going to follow this. What?
It's old, don't mean it ain't good.
I was about to say, why it look like Pooley about to say something?
Girl, you know he was about to say something crazy.
Just because it's old, don't mean it ain't good. So y'all
well, maybe the doorbell system.
No, I'm not done at 70-something.
Okay, then. So she might not have been done at 70-something.
So you think she invited him in? Well, no, he broke in. They said that. But do you think she knew him? Let's say that. Do you think she knew him? Like personally knew him?
That's hard to say because it looked like he was running away.
What if they running away? Yeah, he was running away after he even sexually. What did he do? Sexually assaulted her.
What if it was like somebody that was like cutting her grass? It could be somebody she trusted, like you know, they help out with taking trash out.
Yeah, but he did break in. He did break in though.
You know, sexual assault stems down to a lot of different things.
But at the end of the day, this man came out with his pants on backwards.
He could have took his pants off and just flashed them. She was like, ah!
And he just happened to put him on the wrong way.
Hurry up and put his pants on and shot him out of there.
She probably thought she wanted a little bit of taste of that. And she like, no. Get out now. Call the police.
I would think at 79, at 78, they would want to see some because, well, you don't get that much action at that age, do you?
I'm sure they don't.
I mean, but you want to pick and choose who you going to have that action with, though, too.
Rhonda said it was random. Rhonda said she feels like it was random. That's how she feels. Okay?
Yeah.
He don't look like he.
But you still raised the point of him going in without his jacket on and coming back with the jacket on. It's almost like the jacket was already inside the house.
Exactly. That's how I feel. Because when he went in,
but no,
the jacket was not on.
Because he was standing in front of the camera, the ring light. He was standing in front of the ring.
What do you mean?
The doorbell.
So where the jacket? You saying the jacket could have been on the side of him or something?
He could have left it over there because he didn't want the jacket to be seen in the camera. because he kept his face out of the camera.
So the jacket could have been off to the side. That what you're saying?
That was the disguise.
But it looked like he needed two hands to break into the house. So that's what I'm saying. It ain't like it was in his other hand.
The door
unless he was, because you couldn't see his hands while he was breaking in. So maybe the jacket was wrapped around. I don't know. It wasn't wrapped around him, but maybe on his hands.
Not when he walked away.
Not when he ran away.
No, he walked away first, and then they showed him running away. Remember, he walked, and then he turned the corner.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When he turned the corner, the next time we seen him, he had on all red coming from that direction he just went to.
Well, either way it goes.
Oh,
but
yeah, sexual assault on a 70-some-odd-year-old woman.
If you're gonna do that to her, that means you'll do it to me. You'll do it to Kristen. You'll do it to anybody. Young kids, no.
And he could just be into elderly women. He could just be into
infatuated.
Yeah, that age group.
And his all red outfit. That man looked like a mess. He looked at a mess, y'all. A mess. That don't make no sense. Well, we're going to get into this next clip, y'all. This was kind of disturbing to me just as well.
Yeah, it's probably going to be disturbing to me, too.
Yes, and Kristen, too. And everybody that's watching. Here we go.
Tonight on the 10 o'clock news, 2 local families are grieving after a deadly double shooting on the south side that killed this 21-year-old Jamarian Barnes and Tanaya Powell. They were both found shot to death in a car last night.
And police are still searching for their killer.
She was the life of the party. She was always fun. She always had fun. She always made sure everybody was comfortable. She always checked on everybody.
Now to News4 Jax reporter Bree Isom, who spoke with Powell's sister in the past few hours. Bree, what else did she tell you?
She says that Tanaya was a beautiful person inside and out. She said that they would always hang out, from family dinners to just talking. She'll be missed by many. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office says that when officers arrived at Bowden Road near the I-95 off-ramp around 9:15 on Monday night, they found 2 people shot inside a car next to an ATM. One of those people was 20-year-old Tanaya Powell. Her sister, Talia Gooden, talked to me about the wonderful woman she was.
We were really close, actually. We talked about a lot of stuff. She came to me when she needed me. I came to her when I needed her. She was always there for me.
What are those memories that you're going to hold on to when you think about her?
I'm just going to think about all the times that me and my mom and her shared. It's been me and my mom and her for so long. So to just lose our princess is just terrible.
The man who was shot and killed was identified by the Jacksonville chapter of Mad Dads as 21-year-old Jamarian Barnes, who leaves behind a 9-month-old baby. News4 Jax was told Barnes' mother released the information through Mad Dads, but said she is in too much pain to speak.
It's devastating. She lost 2 sons. One in March, and now Jamari here in June. When do it stop? It stops when the community starts speaking up.
Both those families are grieving tonight. The sister, when I talked to her, she just had so much to say about her older sister. They were 6 years apart, but they were still so close. And now if you know anything about what happened, you're urged to call the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office.
Right now at 5, 2 families are grieving the loss of a young couple they say were shot and killed last night. Police say 2 people were shot at the Bowden Corners shopping village. That's on the south side at around 9:15.
And so family and friends have now identified them as 21-year-old Jamarian Barnes and his girlfriend, 20-year-old Tanaya Powell. On your sides, Kaylee Tracy's been speaking with their family and friends today. And Kaylee, I know you also spoke with Powell's mother.
Yeah, that's right, Heather and Anthony. And it's evident from everyone I spoke with, family, friends, everyone I've talked to today, that this couple was loved and they were both found in that spot right there. You can see the orange outline, that handicapped spot. They were standing outside of a car, we're told, here laying on the ground when officers got here. Again, evident that both of them were very loved. Barnes, a new father, leaving behind a 9-month-old daughter who friends say was his world, and Powell just turned 20. Everyone I talked to tells me they were both amazing people, who were willing to help anyone. Today, her mom tells me she spent today planning her daughter's funeral. According to the incident report, officers found Barnes lying on the ground near a car parked next to this ATM. The report says Powell was lying on the ground on the passenger side. She died at the hospital, and officers say Barnes died at the scene. Friends say Barnes' family is grieving for the second time in just 3 months. His younger brother was shot and killed in March. AJ with Mad Dads, he's a coordinator with Mad Dads. That is a group that supports victims of violent crimes. Talked to Barnes' mother today, and he says she talked to her son on the phone just an hour before the shooting.
She just devastated. She has lost another son due to senseless violence. Her other son was lost back in March due to violence. So she's devastated. She's very devastated right now.
Investigators are combing through surveillance video now and talking to several witnesses. If you know anything about the shooting, you're asked to please call Crime Stoppers. That number you just saw on the sign sitting outside of this ATM. It's 1-866-845-TIPS. We've also posted the link to a GoFundMe page to help the families of these victims pay for funerals. It's on firstcoastnews.com.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But that is sad. That is so sad and so scary. Sad and scary. Like, even just by looking at them, they don't seem like they don't do anything wrong. You know, you can't judge a book by its cover. But at the same time, they don't look like they bother nobody. They done had their first baby together. She already had a child. I think she had a son already. I'm not for sure. But this was his first child. This was his first child. And they went to, I'm not even going to say they went to the ATM because somebody got out the car. And I do have that clip just as well. And I'm going to play that next. But somebody got out of the back seat of the car. But the people said they found them on the ground when by the time the police get there. So I don't know if somebody came and helped them, will call themselves helping them, and pulled them out the car. I don't know. But on this video that y'all see, that you're not going to see nobody pulling nobody out the car. So how did they get on the ground? That's my thing. What you got to say about this, Poolie?
Senseless. It's all senseless.
I'm sure. This was a baby. They had a baby. They was babies. 21 and 20. He had just turned 20. And his mama just lost another son within 3 months. Within 3 months. That's sad. Well, we finna show this next clip, y'all. And this, like I said, this is a close-up. And I did get this from Unlost Peoples, Missing Peoples. I can't remember the name, but shout out to her. I know it started off with Unlost. But I got it from there, so it's a little blurry. It was blurry when she had it too, so. But you can see this shit. This shit crazy. Here we go.
Video, though, appears to show the person who shot 21-year-old Jamarion Barnes and 20-year-old Tanaya Powell was in the back seat of their car moments before the shooting. Officers say they found the victims lying on the ground on the driver and passenger sides of the car. Moments before a young couple is killed, a surveillance camera captures their car pulling up to an ATM shortly after 9:15 p.m. Someone then gets out of the back seat, opens the driver's door, leans in, then is seen walking away with something in his or her hands. Seconds later, the person runs back to the car, closes the front door, opens the back door, leans in, then closes the door before taking off. All of this happens in under a minute. Over the next few minutes, others arrive and use the ATM. By 9:29, first responders are on the scene.
The victim's friends and family.
Now, this is not old. This just happened. Like, within days, this just happened. I don't understand.
That was...
Wasn't that crazy? Like, how did they get out the car? Them folks was not out the car on the ground. Do we need to see it again?
Yeah, play it one more time.
Is a suspect.
Definitely a suspect.
I mean, he really looked like the person that did it.
Now, the first clip I played, they said that they was in the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So if he would have got out, whoever this person is, if they would have got out the driver's side front seat, then I would have been like, okay, yep, that was them. They shot him, put him in the back seat of the car, and then they left. How they got out the car, we don't know, but we know they was in the back seat. This person was in the back seat. Who was driving? We seen them pull up.
What if they never left out the front seat?
She was probably in the driver's seat. He was probably in the back seat with the dude that just got out of the car.
And maybe when he went back to the car, he killed her or something, killed her again.
He forgot he left.
But then if he shot her, you would have started a gunfire.
But what I'm saying is they pulled into the gas station. Who pulled into the gas station if he got out the back seat?
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Who pulled in? I'm finna play the clip one more time. That's what I do. I play one more time.
Video, though, appears to show the person who was shot, 21-year-old Jamarian Barnes, and 20-year-old Tanaya Powell was in the back seat of their car moments before the shooting. Officers say they found the victims lying on the ground on the driver and passenger sides of the car. Moments before a young couple is killed, a surveillance camera captures their car pulling up to an ATM shortly after 9:15 p.m. Someone then gets out of the back seat, opens the driver's door, leans in, then is seen walking away with something in his or her hands. Seconds later, the person runs back to the car, closes the front door, opens the back door, leans in, then closes the door before taking off. All of this happens in under a minute. Over the next few minutes, others arrive and use the ATM. By 9:29, first responders are on the scene.
The victim's friends and family.
So who was driving the car?
Somebody is in the driver's seat, because when you look at the video, you see it look like a white cap or something. It look like it's some on the seat. I think it's somebody that's dead driving the car. Like him or her, but there's somebody in the driver's seat.
Now, okay, I will say this. Let's go back. We gotta listen. And we gotta pay attention. Now, he was dead on the scene. She went to the hospital and died. So yes, maybe she had to have been the one driving.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she was already dead. I mean, not already dead, but she was already shot.
Yeah, because in the video, if you look really clear, it looks like somebody's you could tell someone's in the front seat, the driver's seat. I think he was in the back seat with the boyfriend, and he probably shot her. And
while she was driving.
Yeah, that's why he left the door open, went back to close it. And then he checked probably the back seat to see if the guy was dead or if he left anything.
Either way it go, they got a camera. The camera was still running. So if somebody else was in that car alive, they would have got out the car. Flat out. My theory, this is my theory. I mean, that's all I can do is give my theory. My theory is, being that they said that the girl died at the hospital, but he was dead on the scene, I think she was the one driving. I think she was able to make it to that to the bank, to the ATM bank. I think they got out the car. By the time that person got out the back seat, I think the boyfriend was in the back seat with them. The husband, the boyfriend, was in the back seat with him. I think by the time he got out, something was in that front seat. He got it out the front seat and he took off and realized he left the door open and went back and closed the door. I think, because they said that they was on the ground, I believe that she was able to get out and she probably tried to get him out that car and ended up falling to the ground herself. And I think that's how they got out the car.
But the video don't show them outside the car.
Huh?
The video don't show them outside the car.
The video don't. No, the video don't. But I think that video, if it kept going.
Yeah, but they basically said too that it was a bunch of cars that had pulled up next to them, pulled up, did their thing, left.
You gotta think, by the time the police got there,
right.
We don't know if people was there trying to help them. We don't know if she got out the car, crawling out the car. Maybe they got all of that in the video. They just didn't show it for whatever reason. They don't show everything. That I do know. They show it at their own time.
A robbery gone wrong. It could have been somebody they trusted.
I definitely think it was a robbery gone wrong. I definitely think that. Like I said, everything is allegedly on here, but I definitely think it was a robbery gone wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So y'all, we finna get into one more clip, and then we got our commercial, and we'll be back with a couple more clips.
He is behind bars after police say a Facebook post connected him to a burglary in Whitehaven. As our Quimitra Wilborn reports, we've learned his arrest was a community effort.
When we last spoke to the owner of Lavish, a luxe boutique in Whitehaven, her business had been burglarized. She says she decided to turn this board into a prayer board. And since then, she says her prayers have been answered.
They need to go to jail. You have to pay for your crime.
20-year-old Danya Webb is now charged with 2 counts of burglary and theft of property in connection to a break-in at Domino's Pizza and Lavish clothing store earlier this month. According to the owner of Lavish, more than $100,000 worth of clothing was stolen from both of her stores, which are located in the same shopping plaza. Surveillance video shows a group of men breaking into the stores on separate occasions. Shortly after our story aired, Memphis police say a tipster identified Webb as one of the perpetrators. Those visiting the shopping plaza say they're happy to see people taking a stand against crime.
But you got guns in their hands. You got guns in their hands. People are afraid to say anything.
Court documents say Webb was seen on Facebook wearing the stolen clothing. After a search warrant at Webb's home, officers say they found clothing with the tags still on them. They also found the same clothing worn by one of the suspects in the surveillance video.
I'm glad someone spoke up.
I spoke to the owner over the phone, and she says she's thankful to the tipster for speaking up. Community members say they hope this will encourage more people to say something when they see something. However, some say it's going to take more community effort to bring forth change.
It does, but it gives me more hope if we can do something with these kids.
Reporting in Whitehaven, Quimitra Wilborn, WREG.
Hey y'all. You know, Pooley just sat here and he agreed. And he was like, yes, they have to make a change in the community.
You have to have a community that's gonna say something.
And
you're not gonna come in out of the neighborhood in our communities and tear up shit because that's what you want to do. And if that's what you want to do, you're gonna pay the consequences.
Exactly.
So we just ask you not to. So again,
hey, Shay.
Certain areas you're not gonna go in and pull that same bullshit because you know there's no out.
Yeah.
It's the fact that he was wearing clothes on Facebook.
Say that again.
It's the fact he was wearing the stolen clothes on Facebook.
That's my thing. You know, that's why I played it, Kristen. Like, how dumb can you get? You done went and put the clothes on and got it on Facebook. And think you ain't gonna get caught.
It's fly though.
That's like
it was fly, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from Lavish. It's from Lavish.
Say what you say, Janae.
Look at Janae. Janae said, I'm tired, Mama. I'm tired. To hell with this shit. I'm tired.
That's ridiculous. Like, they really thought they was going. Did you see them walking down the hall? Like, they really knew they was going to hit up like Fifth Ave or something like that.
Exactly.
They had the audacity to wear this lady clothes on social media. Like, they brought in a lot of stuff still had tags on it. They was smart. A lot of these kids out here, they want to be hard. They want to say that they did something in life.
Exactly.
Like, they was a burglar or they was a killer. And is it worth
But that's what they do is that's what young and dumb.
They have a name for themselves.
Exactly. Exactly.
2 years in prison or have a name for yourself? Which one? Like,
I just don't understand why you just can't go get a job.
This is gonna
You
be
that's
know?
too
the defining
easy. That would
moment.
be too easy.
Well, we do it. We do it.
Like I said, this will be their defining moment.
And that's something that I'll be talking about tomorrow as well, at the radio station during Love and Relationships segment. I will. Latoya Luckett came on talking about, parents working all the time and how they feel about, having kids and being away from their kids. So we'll be talking about that tomorrow just as well. And I'll be showing the sneak peek tonight. I'll be showing the sneak peek tonight of tomorrow. So let's go ahead and get into our commercials. Here we go. Hey, it's your girl, the missus with the kisses. Mwah. Hey, everybody. I just wanted to come on and tell each and every one of you, thank you so, so much. Thank you so much for the support, for the love. I mean, it's so, so amazing. I'm so humble. I'm so thankful. And I just want y'all to keep watching. Keep watching each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And don't forget Saturdays. Saturdays, every Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. All right? I love you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll see y'all soon. See you soon. I'll see you. All right. We are back. We are back. We are back. Now, we're going to take a little twist in the show tonight. I had a couple more clips, but what I'm going to do is share them on tomorrow. Bully tag crime. It's like we gonna keep going with this. But I understand, crime is not for every single body. But everybody know that watches that that's what my brand is about. That's what Peachy Tea Time is about. The tea is the crime. The crime that's going on in these streets, right now. The hot tea. It's just hot crime. So that's what Peachy Tea Time is about. But we also do love and relationships. KRISTEN, you just had a baby.
Yes.
Yes. You just had a baby. You're married. Yes, you're doing your thing. No, baby, you're doing your thing. So we're going to get into one thing that I think is something that we all can relate with, which is being a parent, okay? Not necessarily a mom. She talks about, this is LaToya Luckett. She talks about being a mom, but we're going to put a twist on it, and we're going to say about being a mom and a dad, you know, because dads like Pooley and like Kendrick, you know, they're in the household. They live in the household. So just as much as we're out without seeing them, they're out without seeing them. So we're just gonna play just a little bit of it, and y'all can come back tomorrow on Peachy Hits, the weekend spot, and we're gonna continue on with this story on tomorrow. So here we go, y'all. Here we go.
You know how it is to want to provide for your kids, and you feel like you're doing what's best for them, but sometimes it can be very difficult, very challenging to balance. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I suffer from mom guilt. And that's what we're talking about today. This will be a very tough subject for me, but I think that it's very necessary because I feel like there's so many other women who suffer from the same thing. I want to hear your stories. I know I'm not the only one who struggles with mom guilt. So let's talk about it in the comments. Now listen, let's be kind to one another. This is a safe space. If you see someone with a story like yours, or you have an encouraging word, then share that. This is a place where we can comfort each other, love on one another, and show up for each other. Don't be cruel. Oh, there's no judgment here. All right. So I want to talk about it in the comments below. I know that when my kids get older, there's going to be some hard conversations. Every question that they will have will be valid, and I will answer to the best of my ability. If they ask why I work the way I do, I have the job that I have, I mean, I will tell them this is all that I know. This is the only life that I know. This is the life that I've been living since I was 13. And I'm so glad that I was able to live out my dream at a very young age. If they feel like, man, mom, you weren't here for this, you weren't here for that because of da-da-da, I will explain this is what happened. And I did the best I could with the cards I was dealt. But to know that I would go to the end of the world for Gianna and Tyson. Having kids is what I wanted the most from God. Having a family is what I wanted most. It wasn't because I played with my Barbies and I thought it was cool or what you're supposed to do as a woman. I wanted to share this life with my kids. Like, that's what I dreamed of. And that dream did not turn out the way I thought it would. It didn't play out. But mommy was the role that I always wanted to play. I get emotional when I talk about my babies because they're my everything. And I don't want to fail them. I saw myself married for forever. Forever. Raising our kids together, doing all the things, being able to be up under one roof, traveling as a family, as one unit. If I would be doing a movie or a TV show, we'd all pack up and leave and go do whatever. Well, things didn't turn out as I planned. And now I found myself as a single parent, which...
All right, y'all. We are back. Now, to watch the rest of that clip with me, you can tune in tomorrow on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio, baby. Do you hear me? And it will be the weekend spot. The weekend spot, baby. Okay. Now, back to that clip. That was a lot to take in. As a mother and, look at her. Represent, baby, represent. As a mother and as a father. That was a lot to take in. One thing about me, Poolie, and KRISTEN that Poolie and KRISTEN have in common, but I don't. When I had my 2 kids, I was married. And both of my kids are by Poolie. Poolie has another child that's older. KRISTEN, look, I said KRISTEN. KRISTEN has 2 other children that's by someone else just as well. So at some point, both of y'all was single parents. And then at the point that y'all both are in now, you're married with children. Now, the thing that we all relate in this story is leaving our kids. We can't be around them 24/7. We have to send them to school. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's so much that we have to do without our children. You know, sometimes I'll be like, Poolie, I'm finna go to the store. Mommy, can I go? No. No. Stay here with your daddy. I'm gonna go to the store. But at the same time, when I'm at the store, I'm still thinking about them. I may call them. Trey may call me on Alexa. You know, anything. Our kids is going for the summer. Poolie's excited. But towards the end, when it's time for them to come back home, now in the beginning, I'm not excited. I'm sad. You know, my stomach turning in circles because anything can happen between now and then that they're going. And when it's time for them to come back, I'm gonna be honest. When it's time for them to come back, I'll be like, can they stay one more week? Like, I'm really enjoying myself. Where Poolie is, I'm ready for them to come on back. No, they don't need to stay for another week. They need to come on home. You see what I'm saying?
But they need to come home. It's not that, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to spoil her fun, not that she want to have fun now. Right at the end, when it's time for them to come home, that's when they have fun.
You ain't lying.
For me, it's a lot different because growing up, like when I had my girls at 18 and 19, for me, when I was like young, I didn't have like anybody that was, how should I say, that was there for me doing like events or things I wanted to do. I didn't have a parent that cared. And I've always been vocal about my parents. I didn't have parents that cared. I speak the truth. So it was like when I had them, it was like, okay, I want to always be at everything they do. I want to make sure I'm at cheerleading practice. I want to make sure I'm at graduation. I want them to always see my face in the crowd. But then as they got older, I realized I got to have a me time too. Because it become emotional, stressful when you around small kids all the time. Like, I didn't have any help with them. They 16 months apart. So I was a single parent when it was 1 and 2, 2 and 3, terrible twos together. So, you know, it was like, as they got older, it's like, okay, I want them to go to my grandparents. I want them to go to it so I could catch a break, because it do break you down. And even though when they are gone, you happy for the moment, you don't want them to go, but then they leave and then you catch a break. And then you missing them and it's like, come on home.
Yep, exactly.
And they start nagging you.
Poolie like, He said, leave their asses where they at until the time comes.
So I could understand both, but you know, being married
It'd
and
be
having
different
that
if we
help.
were sending our kids to a daycare or something all the time. No, they were
I
not
think
going,
it's
so
stressing me out.
they're fine.
What did you
They
say?
have to enjoy me.
When they was in daycare, I was like, they good, because you know the daycare gonna make sure they all right. Like I'm at work, they good.
Now, if y'all want to call in, please feel free to call in. The number is 470-519-0766. You can talk about any of the clips that we showed tonight. But right now we are talking about the LaToya Luckett story that she had on YouTube. I will be showing the remaining of it on tomorrow. But she's basically talking about how it's hard for her to be away from her kids when she has to work. She don't know what they ass is gonna say to her when they get older. Mama, you worked all the time. And I think that could be with any one of us. We might not be doing the type of work that she doing. We may be coming home every single night. I'm coming home every night. Poolie coming home every night. You know what I'm saying? We putting our babies to sleep at night. They waking up with us in the morning time. But we still have to go. She raising her hand. Goddamn. She raising her hand. Go ahead, Pooh. Go ahead.
That means I want to say this too, because I worked before I became a full-time entrepreneur. I sold cars for 10 years. And that required me working from the time the dealership opened to the time the dealership closed, including holidays. So it was like stressful on my kids because they're like, you're missing stuff, you're not here. And I felt that mommy guilt she was talking about, where I'm at work and I'm feeling bad because my daughter's graduating today, but I have to be on this job. And it do make you feel like that. And when you work jobs where you're away from your kids for days at a time, like when we had a Toyota-thon, I had to work 7 days a week. From open to close. I mean, really, I had to work the Toyota-thon at Marietta Toyota from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Sunday every day during that time. And I would never see my kids. And it cost
9 in the morning to 10 o'clock at night.
When the dealership opened till they closed, it was called the Toyota-thon. I know y'all seen the commercial.
Yes.
Yes.
You talking about during that time?
Yes.
Frame of the Toyota-thon.
Yeah, it was for a whole month.
It was a whole month?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And all the salespeople had to be there from the time the dealership opened to the time the dealership closed. And I was having a bad relationship with my kids. It was causing problems between me and my children because they felt like I wasn't there for them, or I was choosing. They didn't understand that mommy's trying to work.
How old was they then?
Girl, 10 and 11.
Wow. But I can see that happening.
They used to be close to me. So when I'm not here, I'm gone that long. They see me when they wake up, before they wake up in the morning, I'm gone. When I get home from work, they sleep. So they never see me doing this time.
Exactly.
So it was causing problems. And that's why when I started doing my entrepreneurship, I included them. When I started Eyelash Me Too, it became an hour business. This is us.
Yeah.
This is us bonding and repairing that moment, because I felt like I was, even though I'm working to pay the bills, I felt like I wasn't being a good mom to them. And you feel guilty about that.
And I can relate with that. I really can. I see how I was when all I had was just my full-time job. You know, when my kids got here. I say that when my kids got here. Because before my kids got here, baby, I was at everybody happy hour. Dugan's was my spot. You know what I'm saying? But when my kids got here, I was spending so much time with them, doing all type of activities with them, everything. And then once I started Peachy Tea Time and started, growing with Peachy Tea Time and adding all these different, Peachy Talks, Peachy News, Peachy Hits. When I started adding all that, it took a lot of my time. And another transparent moment. I remember me and Pooley having a conversation about it. And I'm just gonna tell y'all, he told me. I didn't like it. It made me upset, but I know he was telling the truth. And I remember him saying, you're here with them. You know, it was during the pandemic. Trey was doing virtual at the time. Was he doing virtual? I think he could have been doing virtual. He wasn't. But anyways, Pooley was like, you're here with them, but you're not here with them. You know, because you're always at the computer, working on PGT time. But me, coming from an entrepreneur, I'm like, I got to be on the computer. I got to be on my phone. This is how I make my money. This is how I do my PGT time. This is how I find my clips and stuff. I have to. So to this day, to this very, very day, this very, very moment, this very second, I'm still trying to figure out how to balance everything. How to balance being a wife, how to balance being a mom, having to balance being an entrepreneur, and how to balance being a full-time employee. You know, it's hard. You're an entrepreneur. How hard is it for you? Am I gonna say anything?
Let me say this. It's hard, especially
Thank
when
you,
it's husband
Kristen. Go
and wife.
ahead.
Because when I started doing I get what you're saying first off about doing the computer. When I started shipping with Eyelash Me Too, when people from out of state started buying, I'm always at the computer. I felt, so he was saying the same thing, like, look, you here, but you not here. You're not even eating dinner with us because I'm always trying to post lashes on Facebook or something, some Facebook clip. So I understand that part. But when you have a husband, because he has his entrepreneurship, he has a trucking company. He also has his app that he has, and then he also does his networking full-time job. I have Eyelash Me Too. I have my pop-up shop. But some of them things you can do together.
Exactly.
He helped me with my flyers. If I'm out and I know somebody, I see I'm at a business somewhere, I might put out his flyers. So it's like you have to work together. That's what made. Then when I do my pop-up shop, my kids come with me. We do it as a family.
Yeah.
And I guess that's where the balance is y'all making the businesses come together.
And I think that's something that we have begun by Pooley coming on to PGT time. We're able to do it together. But going back to what we were talking about, being away from the kids, I want to know from a man's point of view, how is it how do you feel like you be going to the barbershop all the time? Jasmine has told you just as well that you be at work all the time. And then by the time you come home, you can play for a little while with the kids, but then it's time for them to eat and go to bed. Now, one of the advantages that I would say that Pooley have, he crazy. I
was looking at the comments. Someone said Pooley just crazy.
Yeah, Rhonda Pooley just crazy.
I haven't did or said anything personal. not one time.
But hold on, let me say this. Pooley's advantage, Kristen, is that ever since our kids has been into this world, Pooley has been able to take them to school every day. So he has that bonding moment of taking them to school, dropping them off every day. Either one or the other, he ended up having to go pick them up. But for the most part, I picked them up. But Pooley, from a man's point of view, how do it feel to be away from your kids? Do you feel like you feel the way we feel as women?
Not at all. Not at all.
Pooley said he be like this, y'all. Let me get the hell on. These kids, yes, they go off and drop them off.
He dropped off. That's how I feel. I mean,
I know,
we've
like-
all been kids before. We've all
Mhm.
had summer breaks before. We all know how it felt to be away from home.
Yes. I
You know
couldn't
how-
stand it.
We knew how it felt to be, somewhere else too.
That's true.
So it's all an experience. It's all an experience. So, for me, again, I know what it was like. We didn't get sent off like that. We was right in the neighborhood. We could walk home. We knew our way home. We could walk home like we here. But me being away from my kids, like for the summer break, man, listen here. Got you all season long. We get 3 seasons together. Full season.
I see in the building. Hey, boo, what's good? I haven't seen you in a while, but you did text me, so thanks for the text, boo. She texted me and said, "Girl, your hair is fire."
It is. I told you that.
Yes, thank you, Kristen. But yes, I hadn't heard from Icy in a minute. We gotta get them together. We gotta get them up. We have to. Icy is she's from California. She's a fan of Peachy Tea Time. I met her on Station Head, and we've been rocking ever since. So shout out to Icy. But yeah, I think that is very, 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 very hard to do, especially. And I hate to say it, but as a mom, because I feel like our feelings is different, or the way we feel is different from me.
Now
I really do.
They 14 and 13. I'd be like, okay, so they're going to a sleepover. Okay, long as who mama coming again? Who mama coming? What's their number? I'm gonna call them.
Now, do you think you would be the same way with baby Janae?
As a baby right now, because like people want to come over and see her, and I'm like, no. But when she turns into a teenager, I'm sure I'm gonna be like, what's your friend mama name and what's the number and where y'all going? We're gonna catch a break. But as of right now, no, because when they was little, it was the same way. I felt like you. I didn't want them away from me.
Yeah.
Even at the daycare, that's too long. When I got off work, I went straight to go pick them up, and then we went ran everything. Then we went home.
That's
but
me.
from like a man perspective, because my husband is at work, but I would say this: it was hard because he do have 2 other children from his previous marriage, and he felt like with the job he doing, which is IT, it was hard for him to spend time with his at-home family and his kids. So I had to keep watching the baby. So
That's
he
fine.
he works from home, so he can get his kids, and they could be here in the house and be around, him, even if he has to work and be inside. So I think men feel that same way too.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when
I
the
think
baby
Poolie he be missing them kids. I really do. Oh, we got a caller.
Rhonda Northside. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
You just won't let me have a good time.
Hello. Thank you for calling Peachy Tea Time. Who am I speaking with? Hey, is this Rhonda?
Yes, it's
Hey, boo.
What's going on?
Girl, not much. We are talking about tonight at this moment, because we had a lot of clips going on tonight. But at this moment, we're talking about the LaToya Luckett YouTube channel that she has now. And yes, and she was talking about being away from kids. Huh?
It is Rhonda. How are you?
Rhonda, we are wonderful. So you have a comment? Huh? What'd you say, Rhonda? Okay, Rhonda, we can't hear you. We can't hear Rhonda. I don't know what's going on with Rhonda's phone. But Icy said, child, my son 42 and just moved to Vegas with me. She said he just moved there with her. Yes, you know.
Vegas.
That is Vegas. Who don't want to go to Vegas? I want to go to Vegas. Can I come? Icy. Icy, can me and Poolie and the kids come? Please? Okay, let me know. We'll make our plans. But seriously though, again, it is hard being away from your kids. What's the longest you think you could be away from your kids without even thinking about it? Like, you just really enjoying yourself? When do you start feeling like I'm ready for them to come home? Let's say over the summer break. Over the summer break, they're going from what? June. Kirsten's birthday, June 3rd. So they probably leave around June. Actually, this year they left a week early. They left a week early. So a week before her birthday, they was gone. And then they came back for her birthday. And then they left right after her birthday. So
that's too much time.
Let's just say from June 3rd, which is when she's normally gone. They're normally gone. From June 3rd up until the first week of August, because that's when school starts. When do you start missing them? When are you ready for them to come home?
My kid, me or Poolie?
Poolie. What?
They can stay gone.
How long? Okay, so you said that's not long enough. That's what you're saying?
I'm saying they could be going till September.
Okay, so come September, you ready for them to come home?
Not really ready, but
that's what I'm asking. When do you feel like you'll start missing your kids then? Let's say that.
I don't know. Maybe when school laid in and they here.
Janae.
Oh my goodness.
And all the school buses are riding past.
That's when you start thinking about them. When you see the damn school buses ride past, that's when you start thinking about your kids.
Time for them to come to school.
Now y'all have to understand.
I don't miss my children like that, man.
Well, not only that.
Teenagers, I don't need to I'm not that my kids are like older, like 13, 14, where I know that they could take care of themselves. Like if it's summer camp or something like that.
Mm-hmm. We got a caller.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail,
I don't have attachment issues.
Thank you for calling Peachy Tea Time. This is the missus. Who am I speaking with?
I'm so icy, baby.
Hey, I'm so icy. So icy. Hey, boo. What's good? How are you tonight?
Listen, I am fantabulous. And you guys are welcome to come to Vegas anytime y'all want to. Just let me know when you're coming.
Hey, I'm going to let you know. You already know. I only live 3
minutes from the strip, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be at the strip then. That's what we're going to be at.
Yeah. No, on everything, though, you know what? It really doesn't matter how old your children are. Especially for me. So, with me, I travel all the time. So
Yes,
I
you do.
hardly ever get a chance to see my children. And so when I do go to visit, I never want to leave. I start crying when I get on the road. And my kids are all grown,
Yeah.
But, like I said, I never get a chance to see them. And so my son's like, well, I'm on my way. And he actually moved his whole family to Vegas.
The whole family.
He moved his whole family. He moved his whole family to Vegas. And so now, basically, I have 4 children, and my children are adult children. And so now, in Vegas with me, and I've been there now for maybe 2 years now. I have both of my sons there, and 4 of my grandchildren.
Wow, that's a blessing.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That is a
All I
blessing.
gotta do is, I can't convince my daughters to come. I can probably convince the oldest one to come, but not the youngest one.
So how many?
You never. I'm a family person, so I never really wanted my children to leave the house. I never really wanted my children to leave, and the thing about that is, and I hate to say it, but both black families, I think the reason why their children end up in the system or in prison is because you push them out the house too quick. That's just.
I don't agree with that.
You push them out the house way too quick, you know. Yeah, when we younger, first thing we holler, man, I
Some, but not all.
No, not all.
Okay, now, Chris. Icy, hold on, Icy. Kristen says she doesn't agree with that. She said not all, and Poolie said not all.
But I agree.
I agree, but not all. I agree.
Okay,
but
so
not
they
all.
both agree, but just not all black people.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like some. That's what I said. I thought I said some. I'm sorry if I didn't say some. Let me put my drink down. You know, I thought I said some. I'm sorry. I thought I started off with the word.
No, you're fine.
You may have.
But you know, some people, you know, some kids are not just ready to go. Even though we argue with our parents and we do all that, you know what I'm saying? And so we pretty much push them out the house. But you know, some kids just not ready to go. They, you know, they're mentally they're not ready.
Nowadays.
Right.
Because back in the day where I came from, we was gone. I couldn't wait to leave. I hate to say that, but I didn't have the mentality that if I stay at home, I could save my money while I'm working at this job and keep saving and saving and stacking and stacking. And then when it's time for me to go, I'll be straight. I ain't think about that. When I left, I was trying, Poolie's mother was working third shift, and I was trying to hang out with Poolie. Third shift. Look, third shift, I was trying to hang out with Poolie. Now we do, hold on, I'm gonna finish that story. But we have another caller, Icy.
Go ahead, huh?
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Hello, and I love you and all that good stuff, and I'm glad I was able to hop on really quick. I just pulled up to my hotel.
You so silly. Girl, because I know how you be getting down, girl. So, yes, I'm going to call you. I'm going to try to make a way to call you tomorrow, okay?
Okay, cool. All right.
All right. Bye. Rhonda, if you're still up and you're listening, go ahead and call back now.
No, you don't.
Rhonda was trying to call. Rhonda, go ahead and call back now. The line is free.
Your connection.
There she go. Oh, it didn't hung up again.
See, we got back connection.
There she go.
Back connection.
Who is so retired?
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hey, Rhonda. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
That's so crazy.
Bad connection?
Can you hear us, Rhonda?
I think she has a bad connection.
Okay, it's not working. Sorry, Rhonda, it's not working. I don't know what's
bush.
going on.
She in the bush.
Anyways, what was I saying? Don't say you don't know, please. No. Do you remember, Kristen, what I was saying?
You was talking about Poolie.
You said you was talking about Poolie. I forgot what I was talking about. If y'all remember, put it in the comments. Let's go. Look at him. He ain't right.
Let's go.
He said, let's go. Let's get it. We can't go because Rhonda trying to call back. Let's see, because Rhonda got something she got to say.
We ain't gonna never be able to hear it.
Rhonda, are you there?
Rhonda.
Thank you for calling Peachy Tea Time. Are you there?
Are you there, caller? Caller.
There it is. She said third shift with Poolie. There you go, Gretchen. See, Gretchen was listening. There you go, Gretchen. Thank you. That's exactly what the hell I said. Thank you. So Poolie mama was working third shift, so I thought I worked third shift too for Poolie. And one time I came home, I was grown. I was working a work-study program in Michigan, in Saginaw, Michigan. And I was like, I'm finna work third shift with Poolie. Why his mom gone third shift? I came home and my dad was like, what is you doing? He ain't say it like that. I'm just putting it in my term. What is you doing? We ain't finna do that. Not here. Not at this home. And I ain't had no kids. I was in college, community college, but I was in college. Doing everything I'm supposed to do. Didn't give my parents no problems like that. I was boy crazy, but it wasn't nothing like that. Okay? And my daddy was like, you know what? From now on, you be in this house Monday through Sunday at 10 o'clock. He said 10 o'clock p.m. And you know what I said? I said, okay. And then the very next day, I went looking for the newspaper. Because back then, they had newspapers. I went looking for the nearest newspaper that I could get so that I could find my own place. If I can't abide by my parents' rules, I need to have my own spot. I had a job. I did not think that me and Poolie was going to move in together or anything like that, which we did. Literally the day of, because I was telling my mom and them ain't going to go for that. You can't stay with me. But the day of, I'm like, I'm scared. I don't want to be here by myself. But yeah, my daddy was like, you got to come in at 10 o'clock. You feel like you want to hang out all type of the night? Come in at 10 o'clock. And you going to abide by my rules. And I did. Until I found my place within the next couple weeks. I was gone. And I ain't been back home since. I have not been back home since. And I was 19 years old. Me and Poolie have been living together ever since that day. And I love. I'm not going to give you no more problems. None of that. But I'm gone. So, that's how that went, girl. That's how that went, Poolie.
There's nothing wrong with that. I moved in with Kendrick on the damn base. I'm like, sometimes you gotta do, you in love, you happy. And like you said, you don't want to live by somebody's rules. You do what you have to do.
Yep, you do what you have to do. At the end of the day, you do
funny, Poolie. He be laughing.
Because his feet start creeping up on the wall in front of us, and it just scared the mess out of me.
Scary, yeah.
Girl, it was this big, got black shoes on. It just started creeping up
Well,
like that.
I want to see if we have time to talk about my group I just started on Facebook.
Definitely. Now is the time that you can drop your peaches, baby. So drop your peaches.
You said you had some more questions to ask me.
Yeah, what did I say? What other question was it? I can't even remember. I know. I involved the drink and shit.
That was personal questions.
That was not personal questions. But tell us about your brand. Your new what is it? A new journey you're traveling down?
I have several journeys and I'm always trying to travel down. Okay.
That's why I said the new
one. I'm trying, but Miss Janae won't let me be great today. She over here.
Janae said this is enough.
Yeah.
Janae said I've had enough.
Look at her little feet.
Oh, Janae. Janae is Jamal's daughter. I'm sorry. Hey, Janae. But this baby is called Janae. So hey, Janae, boo.
Hey. I want to start off by first saying thank you to you and Poolie for the bouncer. Y'all, and I'm gonna put it out there because I keep it real and I don't care who feels any type of way. Y'all are the only ones. You're the only one from his family that have really shown support since I've been on. And who gonna check her? I'm saying it. So you are the only person from his family that have shown me support, since I've been on maternity leave. We're calling and checking on the baby, checking on me, seeing how I'm doing. And I want to let you know that I greatly appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. It just shows who you are as a person and your character. And I'm going to forever be a fan of yours. Like, just on and off the camera.
Hold on, let me get that applaud in right quick. Girl, that's so sweet. That is just so sweet. But we both love the Hits family. We do.
We do, but I'm I'm just always real with mine. And I'm going, I won't say nothing that I can't repeat. I say it as out there. I say it. It's the truth. It's not a lie. So there's that. But I just wanted to give you that respect because it's true. And I wanted you to know that. And I appreciate that. As well as the bouncer that you got the baby off of Amazon. I appreciate that as well.
You're so welcome.
So I just wanted to let you know first off the things that I appreciate about you during my whole journey of just being pregnant. You have definitely been a good support system. And
Thank
I appreciate
you. You are so welcome, girl. You deserve it. You are just the sweetest little thing.
So I started with me having her. My pregnancy was really difficult. It wasn't easy. I don't know if like some of the stuff I told you or I didn't, but I had to have like 2 blood transfusions with her. She's like borderline preemie, and then we had a lot of issues with the breathing. And I was going through postpartum depression. And it was something I had never been through with my other 2 girls. And it was like, just everything with the crying, the frustration. I have the help, but it was new to me. Waking up in the middle of the night, like I'm used to being on my own sleep pattern in my own time.
Exactly.
So it's like, okay, this baby, like, look, you do what I say. So I started Build the Baby on Facebook. It's a group called Build the Baby. And what it is, it allows mothers that's either single, married, or however, they can join our group. And if you're going through like postpartum depression, or you pregnant or expecting, and you need other moms to relate to what you're going through, you can, you okay?
Janae, you better be okay over there. Not during PGT time, you ain't.
Or you just need advice on parenting, you can post in the group, and other parents, other moms in the group, is strictly for mothers, or it's in the group. They do comment back, they do give advice, and they do let you know you're not alone. So when I was going through my depression, I was letting them know like how I was feeling, and people was up in the middle of the night replying back, like, take it one day at a time, or breathe, or do you need to talk to me or call me? So it's a support group for moms. No matter what your status is, you are not alone, and you can join Build the Baby.
That's
good.
Build
that baby
That's
together,
needed.
girl.
That is so crazy. That is so needed.
Thank you.
Because so many people go through so many things during their pregnancy. Some people have perfect pregnancies, and after the baby is here, they're just fine.
Yep.
But then you do have a lot of people that, they don't know what to do, or not even that. They just have all these different mixed emotions, feelings going on.
Yep. And it's whether you ask a question about a bottle or what nipple or whatever. Everyone in the group is they comment, they send pictures. So it's a really supporting group for the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're there for you. And so it's on Facebook. It's called Build the Baby.
Build a Baby. Now, is this for all ages?
Yes, it's all ages. All ages. This girl I saw at my doctor's appointment, she was 13 and pregnant. And I had invited her to my Facebook group to let her know, like, you is not alone. Like, join, post how you feel. We'll comment back. And she did.
Wow.
So it's for all
That is
ages.
awesome.
It's for what you married.
That is so awesome. Well, I definitely encourage you to keep on going. If you need to use my platform for anything, to go with Build a Baby, just let me know, reach out to me. We can make it happen, because anything that's people is out there trying to encourage others, bring awareness, all of that. I'm down with it. So you just let me know, and we can get it popping. Okay?
Because I have on your shirt. I'm rapping. I want your shirt at the hospital. Yes.
She's so silly. I want your shirt at the hospital.
I did.
Thank you,
One of my
boo.
shirts are pink, but I just wanted to just, let you know I appreciate you.
Oh, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. I just want to bring awareness and help people to heal, bring laughter, and bring the tea. And the tea is the crime. Let y'all know what's going out in these streets. There's a lot going on, and I'm just, what the heck? Look at this shit. Look at that. Now, let me tell y'all something before we get out of here. I just decided to go and accept my friend request and Facebook. Like, it's been maybe 3 months. And I accepted everybody. So I'm getting all these messages. Somebody just messaged me and said, GN, that means good night. I don't know you. I don't know you.
I'm surprised they're not doing the Cash App. What would happen if you get 500 in your Cash App today?
I'll accept it. Thank you so much. I really, you know what? Since she said it, look, since she said Cash App, let's go ahead and throw that up there. Let's throw that up there right quick. Hold on. We gonna make sure that it is seen. There you go. Baby, I'm gonna add your Cash App too one day soon. So we finna go. We are about to get out of here. Baby Janae, we love you. We love you, Janae. From TT Neal and Acapulli.
When y'all coming to see her now? We gotta talk about it.
Put her back up there so I can see her. The camera is in front of her face. Scoot her over to the side. Scoot her, yeah, right there. Oh, hey, baby Janae. Hey, TT baby. 2 weeks old and making noises. She like to hell with that shit. Hurry up and get up.
And look, her eyes fully open.
Fully open. That's what Poolie been saying over here. But I do have to come out to where in that area. Oops. I do have to come out into that area. I've been trying not to really put out where we are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody just know we in Atlanta. So I do have to come out that way very, very soon. So when I do come, I will make sure I let you know.
Okay.
And maybe we could come and bring some more goodies for the baby. I would love that. She would love it too. But we finna get out of here. You know where you can catch me at. His 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. You can catch me at my home station, which is PGT Time, which I am on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 9:00 p.m. Eastern Time, and then Saturdays, 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time at Hits 92.3 in studio. Baby, you want to let them know where you at?
Oh, yeah, you can just pull up on me.
Pull up on me.
Hit me up. Need to. You can hit me up on Facebook. Poolie Gables. Hit me up. You need to hit me up. Hit me up.
Don't be having no line outside my husband's shop.
No.
With all women.
Have a line outside the shop.
Not all women.
I don't care.
Don't be trying to come up there. All of y'all trying to come.
I'll be back
your
on
eyebrows done.
I'll be back on air once I get cleared from my doctor. I still got 3 more weeks of maternity leave.
Hey, 3 more weeks to kick it. Hey, you gotta get up early in the morning. That's cool though. But at least you got all day. You kick it, do whatever you want to do. Hold the baby, kiss all on the audience. There you go, just like that. So let me show y'all sneak peek of tomorrow's show. Let me show y'all that, and then we will be out of here. We gonna be gone. We gonna be gone. So as soon as y'all see the sneak peek, then y'all gonna be hearing my babies. Okay, once y'all see this, here we go.
Aww.
Parents of a teenage girl is demanding a new trial after she was sentenced to 140 years in connection with a deadly shooting. A jury found 18-year-old Damia Mitchell guilty of a dozen charges, including manslaughter, aggravated assault, and a number of gang charges. Police say in February of last year, Mitchell and several others got into a fight at a home on Mountain Ash Court in Decula in Gwinnett County. The argument ended in gunfire, and 20-year-old Faith Burns was killed. Warren State Mitchell was associated with a criminal street gang, 9 Trey Gangster Bloods. But Mitchell's parents argue she was not in a gang, and they're asking for her 140-year sentence to be reduced.
You're saying you will never see the daylight ever again in your life. They want my baby to die in jail for something that's false and bogus.
Mitchell's family plan to protest outside the Gwinnett County Justice Center on Friday. The 4 other defendants in this case pleaded guilty to their charges.
PG, return.